Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee back with your 5-Minute Spirit Reboot and my special guest author of Coherence Revolution, Finding Flow on Your Journey to the Present Moment. Welcome, Dr. Mark Halpern.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you. And for anyone out there who is suffering from anxiety, this is the episode for you because Dr. Halpern, you had suffered crippling anxiety as a child all the way through your adult years and trying everything, traditional behavioral therapies without much success. It wasn't until you came up with a concept called coherence. Can you explain more?
Well, sure. Coherence is a feeling in the body. It's a state of the body when it's in balance. And you can get there by using your breath. You can get there by using your visualization and positive renewing emotions. If you're breathing in a specific rhythm while feeling those emotions and visualizing properly, you can attain this state of physiological coherence, which is when the brain's rhythm will entrain or take over or become the same as the brain's rhythm because the heart has the strongest electrical rhythm in the body. And so all of a sudden, you've got this tool that you can start to use your own breath and the way you use your emotions to regulate your physiological state. Once you feel that state of coherence, you actually realize you can start to attain that state by using all of your senses, right? The things you listen to, things that you taste, things that you look at, so that in any moment you have control over your physiology and you can take yourself from an anxious state to a more balanced, coherent rhythm. Coherence is when, little things aren't bothering you. It's when you feel like the world is a good place rather than a scary place. It's when your muscles and joints seem to be working and functioning. It's really a state not only of health, but of uplift and joy.
To me, that's our natural state of being. It's our spirit.
That's right.
Why do you believe so many people are suffering with anxiety?
Well, we've changed as a society. 30 years ago, we looked up to people who had more time to themselves, more time off. And now, whoever creates more, whoever does more, whoever's got more things on the go. And there's so much pressure to succeed and to keep up and to make sure that you're doing as much as you can. And what that just leads to is a bunch of overwhelm. And when you're on overwhelm, you can't make good decisions. You're not functioning at your best. Your body's not healing. I look at things in either one of two ways. They're either renewing you or depleting you. And we put ourselves under such stress every day that it's depleting us and our energy. We don't have time to work out. We don't have the energy to work out, even though we want to. But when you're feeling coherent and uplifted and joyful and inspiration, you have the energy to do these things. You have the energy to read at the end of the day. You have the energy to go and make social plans because you're feeling renewed rather than depleted.
So for everyone out there who's suffering from anxiety right now, could you give them a tool they can take away right at this moment?
Absolutely. The first thing I would tell people to do is to simply pause and do what I would call heart-focused breathing. And what I mean by heart focus is you essentially close your eyes and you focus on the area around your chest. And then what I usually do is I have a hand on my chest and I put my lower hand on my belly. And what that does is it reminds me to fill up my stomach when I breathe in through my nose. Because most people are shallow chest breathers, and that in and of itself will set off a stress response. But as you start to fill up your stomach and do some stomach breathing and visualize the oxygen going in and out of your heart, it starts to calm you. And as you let your diaphragm go down and the lungs expand and you're filling up your lungs as opposed to compressing them by breathing upwards, you start to relax, you start to fill your lungs up. And then what I want you to do is to take a breath in through your nose for about 4 seconds. And then I want you to breathe out through your pursed lips for about 6 or 7 seconds. And what that does is it elongates the out breath. And because the in breath stimulates alertness and stress, the out breath stimulates relaxation and healing. And you do that 4, 5, 6, 7 times, you will feel that whatever the situation you are in, you can now reapproach it from a different mindset because your physiology has changed.
Right. Thank you for your wisdom coming on to our show and talking to our listeners. The book is called Coherence Revolution with Dr. Mark Halpern. Where can they get your book?
Well, the book goes hand in hand with the 6-week online course, which we're actually launching Saturday, March 12th. A new course starts in March. And then every month thereafter, there's going to be a live course that's 6 weeks. And what I did is I set up for your listeners, if you go to coherencerevolution.com/2022, If you go to that webpage, then you're going to be able to download the book for free. And there's also a code where you can get 50% off the live course. And so if you really do want to make a change and start to give yourself inspiration and create the life you've always wanted, this is your chance. And hopefully I've made it accessible for you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. And if you would like more of this type of program, subscribe to our show and share it. We appreciate you.